Yay, we're live. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's a bright, beautiful day, and me and Sid are here early because we want to start a new show. We don't have a name for our show yet, but here's how it's going to work. So every other week at minimum, from now until Christmas, we are going to be doing little miniature tutorials. Today, we're going to be doing a pillowcase.
We figured we would start with the easiest possible thing.
So these patterns are going to start out real easy, and they're going to get progressively harder the closer we get to Christmas. Every once in a while we'll intersperse something simple. And we are going to be having guest visitors to our show. And once again, our show has no name. So if you've got a good name, here's how we're going to do it. We've decided to have a little composition, because why not? So after this video is posted, later today, we're going to post up a separate post that will say, enter your best name here, or something along those lines. And we want you to give us a good name for our show, and we're going to go through all the submissions. We'll leave that up for like 2 or 3 days, and then we're going to go through all of the submissions, find the one that we like the best, the top 5.
We like catchy, we like rhymes, we like funny, but no curse words, because that's the only one Bethany has come up with so far.
It is, and they won't let me use it. That's a good one too.
It rhymed.
If you come to the store, I'll tell you what it was. We love puns too, so if it's punny, that automatically gets a vote from me. But we're going to pick our top 5, and then we're going to put it on our Facebook as a poll for a week, and then the winner is going to get a awesome prize, and we will announce the winner at the next session, which will be not next Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Yay! We're planning on all of these tutorials not needing patterns. If patterns are needed, we will make them available, but most of them you can learn and sew along just using the video. Videos will always be posted after the live is complete. Takes about 10 minutes to upload, and then you can rewatch it at your own leisure.
And it has that lovely play pause button,
yes.
So if I go too fast, you can just hit pause.
Also, Beth loves your outfit.
Hey, Beth. Thank you. I like this one too. So that is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be having fun. We're going to try and show you a bunch of different things, because we understand that this year's going to be one of those years where not everyone's going to be able to afford presents. We have fabric. We can buy fabric relatively inexpensively. So we're going to be making a lot of presents this year. So that's the whole point behind the series, is to be able to make stuff, and stuff that you don't think about. So this is going to be a blast.
All right, I think we're ready to get started, and we're going to show you how to make a pillowcase 2 ways.
Yep, so I'm going to start off with a traditional French seam, also known as the burrito roll. So what you want to do is you're going to need 3 different fabrics, and we do sell kits here in the store. You'll see them packaged up like this, and if you want a pillowcase kit, just let us know. We'll pillowcase kit it for you. But this is the method that this particular type comes with the instructions for. Alright, so we're going to need 3 separate pieces of fabric. You need a 2-inch strip of fabric by width of fabric, folded in half and pressed. This is 12 inches. This is my cuff. This is my accent. And then you need a 27-inch piece for the main body. So what we're going to do, I left my pins over here.
So again, we have a 12-inch cut by width of fabric for the cuff, 2 inches by width of fabric for the accent, and 27 inches by width of fabric for the body of the pillowcase.
Yes, and this fits a standard pillow. You can adjust it for larger or smaller. Okay, so what we're going to do, the pink was totally unintentional, I might add. Everything is pink today, so I hope you guys like the color pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by getting everything pinned into place. So you're going to open up your main body pillow, lay that down, and then you want to take your strip, your strip, and you want to lay it across the top. Now comes the fun part, or if you're like me, the non-fun part. I am not a pinner, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pin, starting here, and I want to pin the horizontal method. Just pin.
And that way you can pull them out towards you as you're sewing, right?
Correct. Actually, we're not even going to sew in this step.
No.
Sydney has not made one of these pillows in a very long time.
I've only made one like this ever, and you'll see why when I make mine.
And this is also a good example of how your fabrics, some fabrics are longer than other fabrics. It's a manufacturer thing, not us.
Yeah, they call all of them 45 inches. We usually call them 42 to be safe, because there's usually at least 42 inches of usable fabric, but there's always some variation between brands.
And even within the same brand, I've seen it happen before.
And Bethany is so excited about this. She probably has enough ideas for projects through the end of the year.
Yep.
I'm not going to spoil any of those, but if anyone has any ideas for any videos that they want to see, let us know.
Let me know. Alright, so now that I have that done, what I want to do is take my fabric and I want to lay this on top. And what this is going to do is this is going to bury all the seams. So I want to come in here, line my side up. I'm going to take out the pen, and now I'm going to go down vertically. And that just keeps everything from slipping around.
Yeah, I really don't remember how to do it this way, so this is a refresher for me.
I very rarely do it this way unless I'm planning on giving it for gifts. I do Sydney's method more than anything. So this is a great gifting method. And by the way, before anyone asks, my pen cushion is a Zirkle, and I love it. And we sell them here in the store. They're $20, but all the pens, when you drop them, all the pointy bits go to the center, which is nice. Great for if you have small hands around. And the pens are Tulip Pink pens with the unicorn heads.
I do love those. I just want to... They're so cute. I love those.
I love them.
Also, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. All of our videos are recorded on my cell phone, being held by my hand. So if video quality or video stability is an issue, I apologize. We are doing our best.
Yeah. We're trying to find a way of streaming live without a cell phone. And so far we haven't found much of anything.
Or haven't figured it out at least.
Yep. I know there's like a real expensive GoPro that's like $500 that you can do it with. And almost there, guys. So these videos we're going to aim to be about 35-ish minutes. Okay. Whoop. And if that happens, it happens. It's real easy to do, guys. And this is a good example of what I was talking about earlier. About how the materials are sometimes longer than others. Alright, so now what I want to do, I'm going to pull this back up, and you can get a good view of your pillow at this point. And I'm going to take my bottom half, and I'm going to roll it, just like you would a little burrito or a little sushi.
Also, I just want to take a moment to say if anybody is watching that is not one of our normal viewers, I promise the shop is not always this messy. We are in the middle of rearranging the entire store right now.
Yes, we are. Alright, now that I have this all rolled up, what I want to do now, it's a little funky, and there's going to be some more readjustments of pens, but it's worth it. So what you want to do is you're going to, I have my nice log, and I want to take this, and I want to match these seams and repin it. It is incredibly, incredibly important that you do not get anything in the way that you don't want in the way. So make sure you're not going to be sewing through a portion of your main cuff, otherwise you're going to be picking. Ask me how I know.
Right. And videos will be accessible after they're done live. We're always going to do these as live videos, but after they are done running live, it takes about 10 minutes or so for our phones to process it and upload it to our page, and then they will be available on our timeline or on the videos tab of our Asheville Cotton Co. Facebook.
Yep. And if you guys have any questions, you know, you can message us as well, and we'll be happy to answer. For the overwhelming part, though, these videos are designed with the idea that you will not need a pattern. In the event that I do decide to do one that will need a pattern, which there is a couple I have planned, we will make them available either on our website or Facebook, something. We'll make them available.
And I imagine then worst case will just be measurements or templates.
Yep. And if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see, please let us know. Because we've got a couple of ideas, but we really want to see what else you guys really want to know. Keeping in mind that we're going to have like a 35-minute window to do this.
Yeah, so they're all going to be really great small projects that are going to be super for gifts this winter. Just something to do if you're bored for an hour, something fun to do.
Or if you've got kids and they need a quick arts and crafts project for school, because... Okay, story time, guys. So Robin and Jason, her grandson, came in the other day, and we got to try Jason's arts and craft. He made us sugar cookies, and he got an A+ from the staff.
So sweet.
They were good sugar cookies, too.
All right, we have a question. What are we making?
We are making a French seam pillowcase, also known as the burrito method.
Yep, and after the video's done live streaming, you'll be able to watch it from the beginning.
All right, so now that I've got my log, we're gonna grab our pin cushion and come to the sewing machine.
This isn't as bad as I remember it being, I will say. You want me to behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that bad, it's just a little tedious. Okay, so I have my 57 foot on, and I'm on my Bernina 535.
This, of course, can be done on any sewing machine. We just have preferences.
We like our Berninas, guys.
All right, I'm going to try to get in here close. Let me know if I'm in your way.
You're fine. Hand me my pin cushion, though. Thank you.
Circle.
I really do love the Zirkle. That is my favorite pin cushion ever. Yeah, it's $20 to buy it, but I've had mine for 6 years now.
Also, if you're like me and super clumsy and drop things in the floor, it picks them up very easily.
Yep, and if you drop this on the floor, it doesn't break. And then you just sew a 1/4 inch seam, stop and take out your pins. Do not sew over your pins, everyone.
I've made the mistake of doing that on a serger once, and that is why I refuse to use pins. Because when you have a half of a pin tip flying at your face,
yeah.
If anything, I really like the clips that are available.
And the clips would work in this. The pins are a little bit better because they just really go through the fabric.
Yeah, because you've got 5 layers that you're going through right now.
Yep. And we stop and we pull. And this is literally how easy it is. Every once in a while I'll just open it up just to check and make sure that I'm getting everything.
Ooh, we got a question that I like and haven't thought of. Will some of the long armors that you recommended be featured on some live episodes?
Yes, they will. I've already talked to a couple of them.
Oh, well, I didn't even know that.
Lynn Lundervold being one of them. Hi,
She is
Lynn.
watching.
So I've talked to them about doing some basic quilting techniques. So yes, that has already processed in my brain. Sorry guys, this is my brain baby and I'm just going a million miles an hour with it.
Yeah, I think Bethany came up with this less than a week ago and she's already got pretty much the whole year planned out.
Yep, this is my forte in life. I love doing these things. And I've been saying for years that I want to do a series of classes on simple projects, and with COVID, this was the easiest way to do it. All right, and we just come in here and realign.
I think I can probably figure out how to process these and post them on YouTube as well.
Scissors. Okay, now we reach inside of our pillow and we play the pull game. And we pull and we pull and we pull and we pull and we pull. Now the whole point behind a French seam is that you're not going to see any seams. So I'm getting ready to do something and I'm sure half the people watching are going to be like, what are you doing that for? Stop. I promise it will make sense. All right, so now I have my main body completely done and I want to take it over here and iron it. Iron. I can't say that word. That's one of those southern things that just...
Earn.
It kicks in so bad and I can't...
Earn and old. Those are the two real southern words.
I know, right? I don't know what it is about those two, but you're right.
Also, we plan on having some guest spots. I know we've got at least 2 planned for sure. If anybody feels like they're the master of a good little project, though, we would be thrilled to have you.
Yep, we are taking applications. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just coming in here and pressing this up, making it look pretty. Because if it's going to be a gift, you really don't want it to look bad. Now another thing I will tell you about pillowcases is there's a charity group called Case for Smiles, or no, what is it now?
I think it's Ryan's Case for Smiles.
Yeah. And you can make pillowcases, this is the method they like, and they go to the hospitals for kids, all the way up from babies, all the way up to teenagers, for those kids who are in the hospitals with cancer, with autoimmune diseases, everything. So those are awesome, and we are a drop-off location for them. So if you want to make a ton of these for charity, just make them and bring them on in. Okay, so next we're going back over to the cutting table. There's a lot of cutting in this. Let's see if I can't cut off my finger.
Oh.
So I'm going to line this up side to side. Ew, I forgot my pens. Hold on. I'm used to my U shape instead of bouncing. Okay, so what I really want to make sure is that these 2 seams line up. So I'm going to line them up, take a pen, stick it in here, and stick that in. Now, as you can see, when I lay it down, there is some excess of fabric. And I want to just give it a gentle pat, pat, pat. Just pat that bunny, guys. And then I want to take this and fold. And this just makes it easy. That's the only reason I do that. And then I take my rotary cutter and I want to cut off, line up the bottom with one of the lines, of course. And then I just want to come in here and cut off all that ick. Just like that. And if I make a boo-boo like that, oh well, I just go back again.
We need new rotary blades, but they're all back ordered.
Yes, they are.
And at that point, make sure that you
gosh.
pinned your pin in far enough that you're not cutting through it.
Yep. I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad time. All right, guys. Now, we're going back over to the sewing machine. I'm taking my pins. Okay. So this is going to seem very counterintuitive, and I understand that. But I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to place this right sides out. And I'm going to find my points again. Make sure they are going the correct direction. And this one I will stick in here horizontally. So it's very counterintuitive, I understand that, but I promise there's a point behind it. Alright, so I'm just going to come in here. And this is also helpful if you have a knee lift, I might add. I've realized that that is one of the biggest debates along with pre-wash or not. So I'm just going to do 1/4 inch. I'm going to stop and make sure. If that happens, oh well, we lift it up and I take out my pen. Everything in life is fixable, guys.
And if it's not, yes it is.
Exactly. And then just want to come in here, and if it starts bunching like that, you just lift up your foot and fix it. It's not the end of the world. It happens.
I can see why that would be nice to have a knee lift.
Yeah, the knee lift is amazing. I love my knee lift. And then move that so I don't have a ton of weight just dragging. Okay, now here's the fun part. When we get to right about here,
1/4 inch from the end maybe.
stop and pivot. And we drop. And we come in and do the remaining seam.
I feel like I know where this is going.
I think you've got it. And as you can see, I forgot to trim off that other edge. You can trim off the other edge too. Bethany just forgot. She got excited.
It'll look the same on the outside anyway.
Yep. So now I come in here and use my scissor button. If you don't have a scissor button, we got machines with them. And we go back to the cutting table. A lot of cutting in this one, guys. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to cut about 1/8 of an inch off of my seam allowance. Ooh, I did a bad job on that one. And if you do a bad job, it's okay. It happens, guys. Life happens.
We're just trimming a little bit.
Uh-huh. And then I want to come over here and I want to do the same thing. Now this one I will do in pieces, in sections. I just want to trim down the bulk. I don't want to hit my
Seam.
but I want to get rid of some of the bulk.
Because I'm guessing that's going to be the inside of your next seam.
You are correct.
So fancy.
Okay. And honestly, if you clip a seam, oh well, you're getting ready to sew it again. And this is totally optional. You could totally do the thing where you just sew along the inside and be done with it, or you can do the fancy seam. So now, going to reach inside my pillowcase, turn it right back out, inside out, and then I really want to come in here and pop the corners. That is going to give me a nice clean effect. I wish I had fingernails.
Or a purple thing.
Or a purple thing. But since I don't, Ooh, pink has some very nice unicorn heads. That will work.
That is handy that comes to a point.
Yeah, if you have a purple thing, it is legit the best thing ever. And if you don't know what a purple thing is, it's this little purple plastic piece of...
It's a stick.
It's a stick. But it's got these great points on them that are great for poking out corners and for pressing seams open. Alright. Now, thank you, Tula, for your amazing pens. We are almost done, guys. One more seam and we've got it. So what you want to do is, I always start up here at the top.
Agree.
And you want to kind of push this back in, and you want to feel roughly where that seam is. So I always guide mine just outside, because if I make a mistake, it's okay. So like that. And really, this pillowcase is going to be amazing without. Actually, it's a little bit too much. I'm going to go right about there.
A very generous 1/4 inch.
Yep. And then you want to be very slow on this step, because you want to be able to feel it.
And you could also, even with this foot, knock your needle position to the left one.
Yep. I wish I had thought of that. And then you just want to kind of grab on, give it a good roll. Ooh, that is a very stiff seam. So we're just going to help that. And that's a lot of material right there, guys. So you'll probably have to help it out along the way every once in a while. And what's best about this project is this is a very forgiving project. There is nothing in here that is going to be mad at you. I just thought of another one I want to do. This is what's been happening all week. Every once in a while I just stop what I'm doing and look at Sydney and go, I've got another one. I hope she's keeping track, because I'm not.
No, I no idea. This is all in your head.
Oh no, we're in trouble then. And then we're going to go all the way down once again. Once again. We're going to stop right about there. Lift. Drop your foot. And as you can see, I'm just grabbing onto the fabric and rolling it between my fingers to get it where I want it to be. So there's no real have to do, oh my god, science behind this.
And Mina asked if it would help if you had ironed that inside out first.
Yeah, I would have, but I'm a lazy person by nature.
Oh, I'm going to be so much lazier with my pillowcase.
Also, good morning, Mina.
I think if you can cut corners and it still turn out perfect, that's always the best option.
Yep, I agree with that statement. And done. No exposed seams whatsoever. And I have a super adorable pillowcase. Super done, super easy. And then I just give this one more good press and then go toss it on a pillow. So that is the French seam pillowcase.
Yay! And it's perfect, and you don't see literally any seams.
So it's very clean, very professional looking. Give it a pressing, and she looks like a store-bought pillow. All right, guys. So you saw me do that for like, what, how long was that? 20 minutes?
Oh, what time is it? 9:40. That was 25 minutes total.
Yep. So let's see Sydney do it in 5.
All right. I do have to rethread the needle here. Since somebody unthreaded my serger for me.
Didn't mean to. So a lot of you were guessing what it was that we were going to be doing, and one of you said, hey, are you going to show off the new Bernina? And kind of, yeah.
You know what? This only has 1 needle in it. 3 threads fine. Let me, just on a scrap, make sure that this is a 3-thread overlock.
Yep. We're still figuring out this machine, but it is absolutely amazing, guys. Sid and I have both played with it, and it's so cool. Also, it has half speed, and neither of us are patient enough for that.
I know. All right, yeah, 3-thread overlock. Perfect. Normally I would do a 4-thread, but just because it's a little bit stronger. So I'm going to do this in 3 steps. First, I have our cuff and our accent already pressed in half. And I'm going to do similar to Bethany, starting with those seams together. Sergers are fantastic because they are going to trim your waist while you sew. This one specifically also has a really nice seam guide here.
Which is nice.
And my favorite thing about sergers, if anybody knows me, you know I'm the anti-perfectionist. You really don't even have to. Just run it through.
Yep. I like how quiet this machine is.
It really is. And you'll see I kind of jumped there. It's going to be fine.
It's fine. Guys, everything in life is fine.
I love this specific serger too because it takes off slow and it ends slow. So it still, I take my foot off the foot control and it still takes like another slow stitch or two. And while this won't give you a hidden seam, it will give you still a nice finished professional seam.
Yep.
So that's what your 3-thread overlock looks like.
Perfect.
And then that, you could have done this all in one step, but I just wanted to make sure that my accent was attached the entire way through because I'm not going to pin.
Yeah, I've done that before where I got halfway through and realized in the center my accent was off.
Exactly.
It was language. It was PG-13.
Right, and when I am piecing, I always like to put the smaller piece on top just because it's easier to make sure that everything is going through at once, again, without pinning.
Agree.
And then this, I'm just going to sew right through and cut off that seam that I just did. Adjust that a little bit. And I will go a little bit slower on this one. Let's try out the half speed.
Yeah, this one has half speed. How cool is that?
So it takes it from, I think, 1,300 and something to around 600 stitches a minute.
And that's a lot of material to go.
Yeah, got a little stuck.
It's okay.
This is really slow for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're speed demons. We are not slow people by any natures.
That's better. And just like Bethany was, I'm just slightly adjusting it as I go. Oh, I should have put my trim bin back on.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing has a trim bin.
Silly me.
Just like that.
And I will go ahead and say, whether Bethany knows it or not, this will not be the only serger project.
Oh no, I had
at least one planned of it. I will say that little seam guide gets in the way of those falling off. Learning as we go.
Yeah, I'm planning on at least 2 more serger projects at minimum. A couple of quilt as you go, some free motion quilting. We got ideas, guys. But if you have something you really want to see, let us know and we'll see if we can get it in there for you.
And there we are.
Perfect.
And now I'm just going to do right sides together and make sure that this seam is lined up really well there. I'm going to go ahead and just take that off for this.
Yeah, no, we don't really need that anymore.
This is a new machine to me, so who knows what I did. Okay. And now, since your selvage is still on there, we're going to scoot over to make sure that we cut the entire selvage off as we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, I just go in here and make sure that both of my little accent pieces are facing the same way.
Yeah, I've done that before when they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Serger stitching is a pain to pick out, guys, so double check that if you're doing this via serger.
I think my little knife has some goo in it. I'm just going to go in here and clean that up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was getting in my way. Like I said, we're still learning about that machine.
It's a good machine, though. We love it.
Okay. That should help.
Yeah, that would stop anything from serging properly.
Much better.
There we go.
I say.
And guys, clean your machines.
Yeah.
On a regular basis because we got one in here the other day that was very, very, very linty. So make sure you're cleaning your machines at least once every other bobbin change.
I feel like this blade is not working real well. Yeah, something's going on with that.
We're gonna have to change the blade, but you'll get a good idea of what we're doing.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna stop that there. So normally you would end up with a perfect finished pillowcase.
Yep.
I think our blade just needs to be changed.
We'll post pictures later, guys.
Yeah. Alright. Hopefully that was
It was perfect. She's always good, and she knows it. So that is kind of a nutshell what we're doing. We're going to be doing these videos every other Saturday. Closer to Christmas and the holiday season, Hanukkah, we might be doing every Saturday. So keep an eye out. We're going to have some guest stars. If there's anything in particular you want to see, let us know. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Sid, got anything to add?
I think that's it. We're excited to do more.
Whoop, whoop. There we go. Sorry.
We're excited to do more, and we'll hopefully be slightly more prepared next time, but I think that's it.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a good day, and this video will be available in about 15-ish minutes, so you can go back, rewatch, hit play, hit pause, go from there. And we will have that post up later this morning where you can vote for, you can suggest your names. We love puns. We love anything real catchy like that, rhymes. Sydney won't let me use my name. If you want to know what it was, come to the store and I'll tell you.
It was Sydney and Bethany Stitch and word that rhymes with Stitch.
Yes, it was. It was a good one. But she won't let me use that one. So find us a good name. How we're going to do it is you will be able to submit your names. We'll pick our top 5. Then we'll have a poll. And by the following lesson, we will have the winner. And the winner will receive a prize basket or a gift card. We haven't quite decided, but you're going to get something cool.
You're really making this up as you go.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's how I do most of my life. All right, guys. Have a good week. Bye. All right, now how do I turn this off?